What's going on, home chefs? Today's episode, we have a cookie recipe version of the Buckeye candy. A Buckeye candy is a ball of peanut butter dipped in chocolate. This cookie has a rich chocolate taste and a sweet peanut butter. Like I always say, prep work is key to a good meal, and the same thing applies to baking. Preheat your oven for 375 degrees. Set out 1 stick of butter to bring the room temperature. If you have a digital scale, you should use it to measure out the ingredient. Measure out 1 and 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, of white sugar, 1/2 cup of Dutch cocoa powder. You can use regular cocoa powder if you have it. 3/4 cups of confectioner sugar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. If you have any lumps, break them up. 1 cup of peanut butter and 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Make sure you use creamy peanut butter. Do not use any organic peanut. Set aside 1 and 1/2 teaspoon of espresso powder, 1/2 teaspoon of 1 large egg, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a bowl of sparkling or regular sugar to coat the cookies. Before you make the cookie dough, you should make the fill. In a large bowl, add the 1 cup of peanut butter and the confectioner sugar. Mix everything together. You have to mix until it's smooth. It's going to take some elbow grease to get it smooth. If you have a hand mixer, you can use a hand mixer to mix the filling. I never use one. After making the peanut butter filling, you can place it in the refrigerator to help firm up. In a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, add the room temperature butter and the sugars. You have to cream the butter and sugar together. Mix on medium for 3 minutes. Until during the mixing, you have to stop the machine and scrape down the bowl. This will help everything to mix evenly. Next, add the vanilla extract and the egg. Add each one at a time. After adding each, mix for 30 seconds. Now it's time to add the dry ingredients to the batter. Turn the machine off. Add the flour, cocoa powder, salt, espresso powder, and baking powder. Mix on low for 30 seconds. Turn the machine off during the process and scrape down the bowl when needed. Once you're finished making your dough, you need to make the filling balls. With a teaspoon or a teaspoon scooper, scoop out 1 mini ball, or you can use your hands. But if you use your hands, make sure you flour your fingers. You want to scoop out 25 to 30 balls using a tablespoon cookie scooper or a tablespoon. Scoop out a tablespoon of dough. Flatten the dough in your palm like this. Make a small indentation in the middle of the dough to place the peanut butter filling. Put the filling ball where you made the dent. Wrap up or fold up the dough to encase the filling. Repeat these steps until you have all your cookie balls. Roll the cookie dough ball into the bowl of sugar you set aside. After rolling all your cookie dough balls in the sugar, flatten the cookie balls with a glass to 1/2 inch. You want to place your cookies on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper or a baking mat. Bake for 9 minutes. After 9 minutes, remove from the oven and let cool for 5 minutes. The cookies came out great. The filling melted inside. This cookie has a nice combo between chocolate and peanut butter.